All right. Well, we're finally at the end of EDM 310, and this is the final reflection. So I guess we're going to try to talk about the things I'm going to take with me and the things that I will use in my classroom and the things that I probably won't use in my classroom. The bad thing is, I was already kind of a person that was big into technology already. So this class just kind of made it worse. I was already going to use it in my classroom, and now I've found new ways to incorporate it, and I have a feeling that I'm going to be, I guess, the Doctor Strange of my high school. So one thing that I really liked that I had no idea about until this class was Google Docs. And that's hard to believe because Google Docs, it seems like everybody knew it but me. All these years, I've been buying Microsoft products and Apple products for it, and I've really never had to get it. If you just use Google Docs, you can share it, and it's really been like a tool that I plan to take with me. Smartboard is another thing that I really hope is in my classroom. If it's not, I'm definitely going to be the person to push to have them put in there. I feel like Skype is something that I can use to kind of encourage my kids, to connect with other people across the globe and see what they're doing in their classrooms and the way that they're talking. And it's a really, really great tool for teleconferencing and talking to other teachers about things that they're going to be using. I just feel like that's something that I'll definitely take with me. Another thing that I had never done in my entire life until this class was blogs. And I loved that we did blogs in this class because you wouldn't think it, but watching all the YouTube videos that we watched and doing all the projects like that, your mind really gets to, I guess, kind of thinking more than memorizing. And I completely see the whole topic of don't, pour it in and then burp back information, because I have learned so much more from this class than I have from any of my other classes. And I know that in the survey thing that we had to take at the end of the semester, I put this on there, but I was taking 15 hours this summer in 2011, and I was worried that EDM 310 would be the class I would not have time for. And what's funny is I would actually push to get done with all my other classes early so that I could spend more time on EDM 310 because I enjoyed it. And I actually have learned a lot more from this class than any of the other classes that I've taken this semester. And that's kind of hard to believe because some of the other classes that I've taken involved a lot of field experience, and I was out and doing work and stuff and in the schools. And for some reason, I was always trying to get back to this class and do something in this class, and it seemed like that this is really, I guess, what my kind of teaching style is geared towards, and that's technology and using forms and stuff like that in the classroom. I feel like there's just a lot of things that I can take from this class and use in my professional career. One thing that I liked a lot about this class was the meetings, that we only had, I think, like 3 meetings at the beginning of the year, and then after the meetings, it was like you're kind of on your own. You got to figure it out. And that's what Anthony was talking about the other day, that Martha Yim was getting on to him about helping people out, and that the students need to figure things out for themselves. And that's so true, that if you go and you do the research and you figure something out, then, obviously you're going to learn it a lot better than somebody just showing you how to do it. And I feel like that's another thing is being a self-learner, which I feel like obviously was a big part of this class, but it's something that really sticks with you. And I'm going to try to be one of those teachers that kind of, pushes their students not to just be handed information from me and give it back to me, but a topic, and for them to invest in it and look it up and really try to dig deep and find some information on it, and then bring it back to me and let me know what they found and what their results are. Another thing that I really liked in EDM 310 is the fact that Dr. Strange really kind of laid out the way that the class was going to be at the beginning of the year, and that he kind of prepared you mentally that you're going to have to put a lot into this class, but that you'll also get a lot out if you put it in. So, which I guess that goes with anything, the more you put into it, the more you'll get out. But I really, really liked the way this class was done, and I most definitely see why it's required. I would highly recommend this class to anybody that is trying to do any type of teaching in general, whether that be in a school or out of a school. I feel like that this class is very beneficial to that, and that you learn not only just aside from the technology in general and the different ways to use it, but you learn teaching methods and you learn different ways that people are teaching and ways to involve your students and to encourage them and to get them really, involved in the classroom. And I guess that's really all that I had to say about it. I didn't have anything that I disliked. I tried, and I know that sounds like something that everybody's going to be like, oh, I didn't dislike anything, don't give me a bad grade, but that's not it at all, because I've thought and really tried to figure out something, and I honestly can't come up with anything that I would change. The lab staff was great. Anytime I had a question, I just asked them, and they were always very helpful. All I had to do was call. Every time that the phone rang, somebody would pick up. If somebody didn't pick up, I got a call back immediately. I feel like the entire class itself is ran really well. All the resources that you need are in there. You don't even have to go buy anything, because you can come to class and you can use all the resources that are right there in the beginning, to use, like the flip cameras and tripods and smart boards, everything. So I really don't feel like there's much else that you could do to improve this class. And that's really my only other thoughts. And like I said, there's just nothing that I dislike about it. But I do strongly feel that this should be a required class like it is, and I honestly feel like I'll be a much better teacher from it.